Yes, sir. Let's get it. Episode 330. We back.
Yes, sir.
We back, man.
Yes, sir.
We got much on the agenda, man. Hey, make sure you like and subscribe to Faison View Podcast, man. Color Power, as you see, a lot of them running out, man. Make sure you go get yours at CLR_power. All right, IG. Make sure you go get that. And also, you already know my brother here. We are Game Shift. Make sure you go follow, all right, and support. What's up, bro?
It's good, man. Back at it again.
Yeah, man.
Back at it again.
We got the Battle of the Remix today.
Have you seen Spider-Man?
Today. I want to see Spider-Man.
I've seen it. Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to wait to see get Kyrie here.
It might be
see Spider-Man.
It might be a top. It might be top two.
Spider-Man's. It might be the first one. Even though it's anime, it's one of the best animated movies I've ever seen.
Yes, I'm talking about Spider-Man movies. Period.
Right,
it's probably top. I think it's top two.
That's a good comment.
It might be one.
Like it was. We actually need to go through.
And the soundtrack was lit. But yes.
So I got to see it, and we're gonna go through the list probably.
June is lit. Like,
yes,
there's a bunch of stuff I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen Fast X, I haven't seen Little Mermaid, but June got, like, this weekend is Transformers.
Yeah, and Little Mermaid was good.
And I think next weekend is, like, it's the Flashpoint Paradox is next weekend. Like, yo.
Just had Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, like, June about to be lit, man.
June was lit. It's been lit. So, let's definitely get into it, man. We got a lot on our agenda, man. All right. Prayers to Miss Jacky Oh. All right. Devastating news. We're going to discuss that, talk about that. The Travis Rudolph situation, man. He's currently on trial, all right, for killing his girlfriend, brother's friend. You know, it's a lot to say, but we're going to get into that. It's been controversy around that and that trial. All right, Shannon Sharpe reached the buyout with Skip. We've talked about it here before. I want to see where Uncle Shay go now, man. For real, sky's the limit. But I will. So we're going to miss Undisputed, just to be real. All right, but Battle of the Remix. We're going to see who talking. All right, this one we've been waiting on. Battle of the Remix. Let's see who really talking numbers, all right? And lastly, would you rather? All right, I seen this trending. Would you rather $50 billion or 5 minutes with God? Hey, y'all let us know. All right, man, let's get right into this one. Bruh. This one, I don't know. This one felt personal. On some real stuff, I was stuck when I heard this news. And, like, really prayers to Miss Jacky Oh, mother of the child of DC Young Fly, and them having 3 children. DC Young Fly, shout out and condolences to her family and friends and loved ones. Because this just felt personal. Even without hearing the news that came after it of why, it just felt personal. And, you know, it's a life and things are just so unexpected. This caught me off guard, bro. I was like really stuck. I was stuck for about an hour and two. I just felt personal. And my heart goes out to DC and Fly. They have 3 children. Every time I've seen them, and like very, very much so happy, good rapport. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really loved them as a couple. I'm a big fan of DC and Fly. But I was even just telling Mo, my girlfriend, that like every time I seen them with their child and how he always play with his child, Joan, on his little daughter, and how his relationship with his family is, this is heartbreaking, bro.
Definitely is heartbreaking. Prayers to DC and his family and Ms. Jacky Oh's family. Prayers to the kids. I always tell my friends, you just never know. You know, life is so short, and yeah, man, like it was just hard to process because, you know, you just never know what somebody's going through. You know, you got 3 young kids and your wife is gone and you got to adjust to that. Correct. You know, and you know, I'm sitting here and there's she was going through the mommy makeover thing, but we don't know if that was the cause of the surgery. And I hope that wasn't, because it's just like
in reality, and it's so sad because just in the situation, it just condolences to all her family and what happened, but also just in regards to that conversation, it's a message behind it as well, too.
Yeah.
About, you know,
and we don't know why she was getting surgery.
Right, we don't know why. We don't know what happened, but if we're just talking about in general, and it's a conversation to be had just about surgery in general, from woman to man. Like, just understanding that it's just a certain level of risk that comes with it.
Yeah, anytime. I don't care what surgery you get, man. You always pray, because you never know. Like, I've had nasal surgery. It's like it doesn't matter what kind of surgery you getting. Like surgery is dangerous, man. Like you gotta.
And it's not even just like you just said. It's not even just pertaining to just one thing, and one thing people think on is just certain body parts.
Yeah, man. No, like, surgery in general is very dangerous, and you always want to be prayed up when you go on to get surgery. I don't care what type of surgery it is. I don't care if it's nail surgery or hair surgery. You never know. So definitely, all you can do is pray for DC. But that's the best thing you can do for him. The best thing you can do is pray for him. So, that's what I intend to do, and for his children as well.
And following him, he's a God-fearing man, and it's just like, and I love that you actually got to see the support of who is really true friends and brothers and sisters are. And yes, we see it on social media, but that means a lot, especially in the public eye, to have the amount of support. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Carlos Miller to T.I. to a lot of people speak out on it. And just much respect, man, because that's a tough situation to go through. You're going to need everybody.
Yeah.
You need everybody. To fill that void and just with love, because that was tragic. And most of the condolences, because that saddened me, bro. Like, I was stuck. Like, I was stuck. And then it just made me, like, just think, like, even though it's just saying loved ones, but just like, it's just so sudden. Life just so sudden. It don't even make sense. So it's just, man, we just gotta stay prayed up. And honestly, like you said earlier, bro, just making sure we have an understanding that life is short, bro.
Life is very short.
And not to really hold, just life in general, just with people and certain things, understand that, we don't get this time back. For real. But also moving on to some other things, man. All right, rest in peace, Miss Jacky O again. And moving on to some other things that's very controversial right now, is this Travis Randolph case. All right, he is currently on trial for killing his girlfriend, brother's friend, because DJ, which was quotation, Dominique Jones, allegedly set up Travis by sending her brothers to his house and letting them know to shoot up the place. And one thing led to another, and there was an altercation at the house, and somebody died in this altercation. So it's a lot of things in this, and when I heard about it, it's such a tough situation, but I'm not just trying to sit here and blame certain things. I just know in certain situations, if other things would turn the other way, it would be different. Because this man, this man and this woman, they were having their, and it was caught on ring camera. They were having it out over a situation. Something was going on with them, between them. He said something to her. He was about to walk in the house. She punches him in the face. They get to arguing. The ring camera turns off, and that was it from that point. But the ring camera showed more, and it was just showing them going into more of an altercation. And then also we got to see the text message that she sent out to her brother, and her brother friends came over, and now you have another issue.
Yeah.
And these things escalate as soon as you bring
quickly
other people into these things, especially. It escalated quickly to where somebody's life is now gone through an altercation. So I don't know what to make out of this, bro. Cause I don't. And also the dude Travis Rudolph, him and his brother was going, back and forth, and they threatened to shoot them. They got the squabbling. They were all fighting.
Yeah, he was trying to defend himself and his brother.
Himself and his brother, and this is why this is a case, because he pulled out the AR-15 after the people that intruded their house was trying to basically shoot him and his brother. He came in with the AR-15 and he started running down the street. And this is caught on camera as well, too. Yeah. So this is caught on camera. He started running down the street and started shooting as they were shooting back. It was basically fire drawn on both sides. And what happened out of the altercation, he killed somebody out of this. So now it's a trial. And basically, should he be sentenced for this, or is this self-defense?
I think it's self-defense. They had weapons and they were trying to kill him and his brother. I think Shorty should be on trial for sure. Like, one, there's domestic violence involved. You hit the dude on camera. Secondly, like, you sent those men to come shoot the place. Like, literally, they came with weapons because you told them to come and do that. You know, so it's definitely there's a mess involved. What I will say is, like, man, it is important. It is important to have a relationship with Jesus, and the reason I say that is because when that relationship is number one, then your relationships on earth are better, because you don't know people. Like, you think you know people. You gotta be careful who you get relationships with. You think you know people and you don't, like, but he does. He knows everybody. He knows who's for you, who's against you, who crazy, who not. And when you don't have a right relationship with him, when you don't have a relationship with him at all, and you're not nurturing that first, then you're not gonna see the signs or get to know. And, like, these people crazy, man. Like, you know, I don't, like, allegedly he's cheating, so okay, you're with a cheater, but at the same time she's married apparently, so, like, both y'all cheating, then you putting your hands on them, then you want, like, you don't, like, there's so many situations where people end up hurt, dead, because they in relationships with crazy folks, and it's like, you don't know people, like, and only God knows these people. Like, that's why you're supposed to trust first. Like, God will give you the signs. Like, no, this isn't it. Correct. No, he ain't it. No, she ain't it. And when you don't have that, and that ain't right, man, folks, you end up in bed with the wrong people, man.
Making a split decision that could change your life.
The wrong people. Like, folks crazy, man. Like, you don't know folks. Like, you gotta get to know them, but, like, you gotta, like, you need Christ to let you know, like, hey, this isn't it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's real. That's real though.
That's real. Like,
because these situations, like I would just say, split second, your life can change, and over a decision in which you really didn't even have, over something that happened in which you really didn't even understand or know this person to begin with.
Yeah, you know them at all.
For it to get to this situation where my life is in danger now.
My family's life is in danger now. Like, golly.
And now,
don't that dude play in the NFL or something like that?
Yes, correct. It was an NFL player. Right, correct.
So now that's in jeopardy. Your career, like, a lot of stuff is like it's just up in the air, you know. So I pray for the best of the situation for sure, but man, that's
it's looking tough.
I hate the fact that it's sounding like she's not gonna be tried for anything.
Correct.
I don't like
right
that.
Is right is wrong is wrong. It has nothing to do with gender in this situation. It really has straight to do with, you called these people over to do something. It would be the same way if a man called over his cousins or his friends and be like,
just shoot you up or whatever.
Come get shorty, come shoot. It would be the same thing. So everybody, if you had something to do with that, you're accountable.
You are accountable. You got
just like we could say it was self-defense for him, but he still has to take accountability in regards to being in this situation, like you said. Not having a good rapport or relationship with her to even know that this. Yeah,
that's a married woman, man.
Like, you get what I'm saying? And that was also what the speculation is that she was a married woman at the time too. So nonsense, man, nonsense.
Straight tomfoolery.
For real. Come on now. All right, and moving on. Talking about news. All right, talking about really sports. All right. This topic right here is a mega topic right now. Shannon Sharpe, man, has reached a buyout with FS1 and Undisputed that ends his partnership with Skip Bayless. 7 years of, honestly, amazing moments between them two. No matter how you feel about either of them, you know, we love Uncle Shay, for real. Skip Bayless has his points, but I feel like it got to a point where they were kind of at odds based off of some of the remarks that Skip has been making to Shannon, and just diminishing his career, his doings. And I know Skip respected him on the show because he gave him the opportunity, but also it's kind of like, first, you don't want Shannon Sharpe to be a bigger brand than you. It's kind of a little bit envious and jealous, and you can tell when we're having certain conversations about going so hard on for Tom Brady and Baker Mayfield, and you make up all of the show. You're the creator. Skip makes all of these topics, so I have to cater to how your format is, and that's fine. But also, you're not about to continue to disrespect me because I am who I am, and I'm a man as well too. Uncle Shay, like, so in that aspect, I understand the breakup, but I don't know what you think about
I was never really a big fan of Undisputed. I watched the clips and on there, but it's hard to watch sports shows nowadays, even there, because like every topic seems to be about LeBron and it puts agendas, and it's just like, you know. But I'm definitely a big fan of Shannon Sharpe. Like he a fool, man. He the only dude I know that can go on national television with a black and mild in his mouth and Hennessy, and they be completely fine. Like I don't understand it. His story is it's hard to watch his story without tearing up. Like man, whew. But I don't think it's just the situation with the disrespect. I also think I think Shannon his brand has grown a lot, and I think
absolutely.
I think it's just better for him to do something else. Whether he starts his own thing, I think it would be great for him to be on First Take instead of we can stop having this rotating host situation going on. Like you can keep JJ Redick, but I think Shannon would be like a perfect fit. Like him and Stephen A, two big personalities. That would be dope. But
I even think what he's doing with Uncle Shay is amazing. And I'm saying that even that being said, I feel like independently he can. Yeah,
independent. That's what I'm saying. Like I think his brand has grown a lot.
I don't think he even needs. Not saying he doesn't need First Take, but in a sense,
if he wants to stay as a sports broadcaster or whatever, like I think his brand has grown a lot. Because I never would have saw this coming. Like Shannon Sharpe, when I first heard about it, I was like, why Shannon Sharpe? Like, why is he on the show? But he
real, bro.
Shannon he's hilarious, and I mean, you kind of see it coming. So all good things have to come to an end at some point. So
facts. And like you just said, this man is just authentic, and he's just truly him. He's one of those people that is just truly himself. And he don't really, you know what I'm saying, he don't really hold back from what he got to say anytime. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's really him and authentic. So we love what
he is himself
because he's just himself. And like you just said, he come up with the cap on. He just does sporadic stuff, but he reminds us like
so many great memes in my phone. They do thanks to Shannon Sharpe.
And he a Hall of Famer too. Like so, it's so much respect on his name. I'm happy, and his brand is building. So like, I'm happy to see him go. But I did watch Undisputed faithfully, but it's just like I've always watched it for his take mainly.
Yeah, when I watched it because on Twitter, I was always watching to see what he said,
his take,
how he said
his
it,
perspective on certain things, right? Because he really got the ear of the streets and really the world. Everybody watch Undisputed or like know of who Shannon Sharpe is now for sure. Even him being a Hall of Fame, he talks about that. Like if you don't even know him or know his story is amazing.
Yeah, Shannon Sharpe's story. It's hard. It's a hard story, but man, sheesh, man.
Yeah, for real. All right, let's get into this, man. Our draft time. All right, Battle of the Remix. Team LEEK, Team Hugh. All right, we can go over the rules real quick about the Battle of the Remix. All right. As long as it's you can have it be an artist, also a producer. You get what I'm saying? So like it could be producer, artist, or anywhere in music, just a remix, authentic remix. Cause you know what I'm saying? We don't want to be technical on the remix.
I thought you meant like songs that are called the remix.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm just making sure like you know what I'm saying? Like it cannot just be from an artist. It can be from a producer.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You get where I'm going. All right, so let's get to it. Let's see who go first. All right, you got it. Let's go.
All right, first pick. Give me the Make It Rain remix.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love that song. I love it. Even though R. Kelly's on it, but still.
Make It Rain of you talking about Fat Joe?
Yeah, I'm in this business. Got a head for the stack. The Wayne Ross, R. Kelly, T.I.
Since he went there, I'm gonna do Ace Hood, Hustle Hard featuring Wayne.
That's a great remix.
All right, the remix. Got that black pocket. What?
That's a great remix.
On my pocket, I ain't got time to
that's a great remix.
Build up that
number two. Dang, I had it in my head. I missed it. Oh, give me All I Need, Method Man and Mary J. Blige. The Diddy remix.
You wildin', because that was literally my next joke. Nah, you wildin'.
Give me the All I Need remix.
Come on, this is worldwide. All right, at any wedding, come on now, Jagged Let's Get Married remix.
Okay.
All right, featuring Run DMC.
Okay.
Come on. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. What? That Let's Get Married was crazy.
All right, give me third pick. Give me work remix. Gucci down to the socks like I'm Biggie Papa.
Oh,
baby,
okay,
keep your girl head in my Tommy boxes. I need that work remix.
That's a good one.
That's one of the.
He wildin'. Cause I'm gonna win off of this one. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. P Diddy, All About the Benjamins.
Okay, there's a remix.
Biggie, yes, Biggie, Lil Kim, and Locks. That was a remix.
That was a remix?
All About the Benjamins was a remix.
That was a remix?
Yes.
Are you sure that wasn't the original?
No, it's a remix. That was a remix.
It makes sense. Diddy invented the remix.
I'm about to say Diddy for sure.
Diddy invented the remix,
All About the Benjamins is definitely a remix.
Diddy did invent the remix.
No, All About the Benjamins.
All right, I'm gonna take it back. To I think they like me. I think they like me. I think they like. I think they like me. I think they. Yeah. That was the Jermaine. That was the So Def remix. Jermaine Dupri was the Franchise Boys. Jermaine Dupri, Bow Wow, the Brad. It was that joint.
I'm gonna go with Rick Ross Hustle.
Ooh, I love that. I love that remix.
Rick Ross Hustling.
Hold up. Who you haters think you talking to? I'm the boss.
Come on now. The Rick
Oh
Ross
man.
Hustling remix.
Rockefeller, slip and slide, Rockefeller. I should pick a Jay-Z remix.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I got another one for you. Go ahead.
I should, you know what? Cause I had a personal pick, but I got to win. I'm gonna go with the Best of Me remix of Jay-Z. Most people don't know that's not the original. The original remix with Jadakiss. You don't know that because the version that gets played is the yes, y'all, the Jagged man be balling, leave those pigeons, or some of them be crawling. Yeah, I wish that was on streaming service. I need DJ Clue to. DJ Clue, he need to fix that. I need that.
Since I already said a Jay-Z one for real, with the Hustling remix. I'm gonna go with I Walk It Out Like a Us. If you boy, I'm about to walk it out remix with
there's an actual Walk It Out remix.
What?
I think T-Pain is on that joint.
Yeah, Andre Walk It Out remix with Andre 3K. Come on now. I ain't gonna lie. The other one I was gonna pick. Oh, but who went first? Me. Oh, you already had 5. All right, but making sure I can say it. The other one I was gonna pick was 2 of them. It was Go Crazy, Young Jeezy, Go Crazy, Jay-Z, or Busta Rhymes Touch It.
Ooh, it had like 4 different remixes. No, the one I was gonna say 5th. This is one of the hardest, if not the hardest remixes. I love this remix. I wish it was back on streaming services. I'm gonna find it on my computer though. Top Back remix.
Oh, yeah.
I like my beat down low and my top laid back. She rides 44 with a chopper that make you like you can't wood high and your top laid back with your rims set high and your windows pitch black. I like that remix goes crazy.
I ain't gonna lie.
I love that whole remix.
I'm about to take my last one back for real.
You can't do that.
You're lucky. I'm about to take the last one
You
back.
can't do that in this list. The list is set.
I can't do it because I was about to. I was about to go Versace remix.
Ah, yeah.
I was going to go Versace remix. Nah, but I like the DJ Walk It Out featuring Andre 3K. That's a memorable remix.
I got one from that era too, so.
I walk it out. I walk it out like yeah. Yeah, it's tough when you get to the remix. It's tough when you get to the remix.
They don't make. I mean, Diddy's still making.
The one that you took.
Diddy is still making remix.
All I need is one of the greatest remixes ever. Like, that's top. That might be top.
That was a thing back in the day, man. When you had to do the when you had a big record, you take it to Diddy for the remix. Man, Diddy invented the remix. Like he just did a remix for Metro Boomin, the Weeknd joint. So he's still making remixes, but it's like it's not as like prevalent as it used to be.
Correct. But nah, he did.
Jay-Z used to do he used to kill dudes with the remix. Like the you know how like Wayne raps over guys' beats. That was the original version of that was Jay-Z doing the remix. Like you would do a record, Jay would go on the remix, you would completely forget about the original.
That's another person who had a lot of remixes too.
Like he would get on the remix and this like
right, because I had
he was the first version of that. Like
Jay-Z Jones, so I had 2.
Because Joe Budden talked about that reason. He said, "Yo, Ho used to get a lot of guys out of the way with the remix. Mm-hmm. Like he tried to get me out of there with Pump It Up. Like Jay used to
remix different.
Facts.
Remix Jay-Z.
I always put the La 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 remix on there. Neptune check, fucking that La La La. It's the rock, baby, sing a lullaby. Come on, excuse me, Miss remix. I almost did that one.
Let me see. All right, so for my list, Team Leak, I battled the remix draft. I had Ace Hood, Hustlin' Hard remix featuring Wayne, Rick Ross. All right, number 2, I had Jagged as Let's Get Married. All right, featuring Run DMC. 3, I had All About the Benjamins, babe. Stop it. All right, 4, I had Rick Ross. All right, Hustlin' remix. All right, come on, you know who that was featuring, Jay-Z. All right.
And Jeezy.
Okay, number 5, DJ Unk, I Walk It Out remix featuring Andre 3K.
And T-Pain. And Lil Wayne.
And Wayne.
For my number 1, I had the Make It Rain remix. That's Fat Joe, Lil Wayne, Birdman, Rick Ross, T.I. There's some other dude on there. That whole remix is hard. R. Kelly, unfortunately, but that whole remix is hard. I got the All I Need to Get By remix. Method Man, Mary J. Blige, Diddy. I got Work, ASAP Ferg, Trinidad James, Schoolboy Q, ASAP Rocky, French Montana.
That's a good one, though.
French Montana, that's a classic remix. Number 4, I got I Think They Like Me. The Franchise Boys with Bow Wow. The Brad JD. You was hitting the lean with a rock with it with a YT on for sure. When that joint was on. Number 5, I got the Best of Me remix, Maya featuring Jay-Z.
Okay. All right, that's it. I ain't gonna lie. These are pretty even lists right here. Cause like you said, you had one in the era of.
Yeah, I had the 2000s. I had the. That's a couple in 2000s.
A couple 2000s. We got a good range. All right, so y'all vote. All right, Team Leak, Team Hugh. I battle the remix. All right, lastly, the infamous Would You Rather. All right, would you rather $50 billion or 5 minutes with God?
Give me $50 billion.
You said give you $50 billion? I'm surprised by your answer.
I'm sure you are, but it's because I talk to God all the time. Secondly, like once I die, I'll spend eternity with Him. And thirdly, it's like you can't even look at God. Like you'll die, you look at His face. So it's like 5 minutes with God. I wouldn't even get the answers that I would want. You know what I'm saying? Like I talk to God all the time. Like I wouldn't get the answers.
I get what you're saying, but I'm taking 5 minutes with God.
I get it. Like trust me, I get it. I love the Lord too.
Yes, of course. But that's when I think that's priceless. Like now we talk about something that's priceless. We remember we had to talk about the Jay-Z dinner, all that stuff. Yeah. This is priceless. And understand it's $50 billion, but guess what? You know what I'm saying? You cannot be alive the next day to see the $50 billion. And
I'll see God. Regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, of course. I understand that.
I got a relationship with God, so it's like $50 billion. I'll still have my relationship with God. Like I'll still be able to get my 5 to 20 minutes with God.
To you, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
you
like
have a relationship with God, and that's real. But I'm for real.
You're gonna be there. You're gonna be there with your eyes closed for 5 minutes.
You're
not gonna get no answers to no questions. Jesus,
you don't know that. That's why
you don't know that. The stuff you gonna ask, the stuff you gonna ask, I promise you're not gonna get the answers.
I'm saying, but you don't know that. We don't know what God would say to me. You don't
Listen,
know what
man.
God would say to me.
If you read the Bible, Jesus never answered no questions. He always asked more questions. That was his answer to questions.
It says 5 minutes with God.
Yeah, but you're gonna ask questions.
You're making it technical.
If you get 5 minutes with God, you're not gonna ask no questions.
It's not even just saying about just ask questions. It's about the experience alone. That's priceless.
You're right.
That's what I'm telling you. It's not even just about what I never said. Just ask Him something.
Listen, I'm gonna spend eternity with the Lord when I die anyway. You feel me?
And that's how I feel as well.
God wants you to enjoy your time. As long as I don't put the $50 billion above Him, which I won't, I'll be alright.
Yeah. Yes, it's $50 billion. But shoot, like I just said, that's how I'm looking at it too as well with the $50 billion. I understand that can change my family's lives. So it goes deeper than just me. You know what I'm saying? But,
think of all the gospel I could spread with $50 billion.
Also, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's something that's priceless.
You're right.
It just can't be duplicated. It ain't gonna be replaced. We ain't talking about another celebrity. We talking about the one.
Think of all the people I could tell about Jesus with $50 billion.
Yeah, think about the 5 minutes ago, and I can talk. You got people that really do that have experienced something and then talked about in real life and profited off of it. That's real, because I be saying that all the time. But we don't know if that's real. That could be a facade. But I would say 5 minutes with God. You say 50 billion. So all right. Let us know what you'll do. All right, and there was a lot of different answers as well too, which is not. It's would you rather. We ain't being, what I'm saying, all political, but it is a good conversation. 50 billion or 5 minutes with God. Y'all let us know. Hey, you already know that Color Power, man. Make sure you go support, man. Hey, been going crazy. We are Game Shift. You already know my brother Hugh. We in the building. Hey, we got some verses coming up soon. Just to let you know. All right, me and Morgan talk. We discussing this Beyonce Rihanna. She want to do Beyonce versus Rihanna.
Who's Beyonce?
She wants to be Beyonce.
Okay.
I can be Rihanna or that's whoever else want to challenge her. Cause I was challenging her. I'm like, all right, whatever. But
Rihanna has 13 #1 hits.
And I'm like, man, I'm just like.
That means 13 of your 20 has been the best song in the world.
I'm just saying, the 20, you know what I'm saying? I understand Beyonce. So
Beyonce
for
sure.
I feel like that's a mono for real for me. And then we had some other ideas as well too. That's coming soon. Me and Mo, she wanted to do 21 versus the Kodak, which I feel like is a good versus like, and with that catalog, I have Kodak.
Okay.
And you got 21. And we got some more coming soon. All right,
you gotta get both members of the Navy and the Beehive in here to vote to judge.
Yeah, for sure. Cause you know this can, yes. And that y'all let us know if y'all want to be judges, because that's another thing as well. But I do got some judges that can judge that as well too, for sure. So got more content coming soon. All right, Patreon exclusive episode. You already know. We out of here Thursday 5 p.m.